Human beings everywhere have an awful fear of death and great anxieties about how they're going to die and what will happen to them after death. People think about this a lot, and through beliefs they try and overcome those anxieties to make things easier for themselves and for the people around them. So what we have here in the exhibition are lots of examples of how we come to terms with death and how we share our grief in order to get over it through beliefs with other people. In Mexico, the famous festival for the Day of the Dead on the 2nd of November follows on for a very reverent visit to the graves of your loved ones, and you take food and drink and you sit by the grave, you remember the person and the good times, perhaps look at photographs, and you keep vigil through the night. There's then an opportunity to have a bit of a festival, to come together with all the rest of your community, be amongst people who also experience loss and grief, and to have a really extraordinary time dressing up, making models, painting your face, having weird hairdos. So really representing worlds and beings beyond nature. And the red devil behind us is one of the figures that comes out regularly for the Day of the Dead. It's made from papier-mâché, and it's a depiction of Judas, who in the biblical story showed the Roman soldiers which member of the group was Jesus Christ, leading to Christ's arrest and crucifixion. So a fascinating character within the biblical story, but of course a betrayer, someone who gave up his friend for 30 pieces of silver. So here depicted with wings and a tail for the devil, a really nasty guy who very often at the end of festivities gets blown up in a great shower of fireworks. It's a huge coming together and a sharing of the fears that we have, depicted in devilish and ghoulish forms, in order to get over what we fear most. It's a conversation with other worlds. Next to it, you can see a much quieter version of the same thing. A very beautiful candle from Jewish practice called a Yahrzeit candle. And the Yahrzeit candle marks the time of the year, the Yahrzeit, year time, the anniversary of the death of your loved one, and the candle is lit and it burns for 24 hours, and it's a very beautiful memorial at the centre of the home and the family, but also now used on Holocaust Memorial Day to mark that solemn occasion.